Hi, today we're going to talk about searching for credible sources. First, I want to start with just searching on Google. Why not? If I search 1918 pandemic on Google, get a variety of sources. Some of them are reputable, like cdc.gov, but they might not be what I want for my academic paper. Even if I search news on google.com, the first one is cute boys, dying soldiers, and a desire to help might not be something my teacher wants to see. Let's try going to our school library page. Our school library page is bit.ly/Westinghouse Campus Library. Once you're on this page, you can search under resources for database links. We subscribe to these databases. We pay for them because they're reputable, peer-reviewed databases containing journal articles as well as trade magazines and newspapers. Most of them are secondary sources, but some can include primary sources. Once I click on Gale News, you'll notice that it takes me to the Gale One File News homepage. It may ask you to authenticate your location. We pay for this service to be accessible anywhere in the state of New York. If it doesn't work, or if you're not in New York, ask your teacher or your librarian for a password. You'll notice there's a search bar at the top, and there's also a topic finder. We'll talk more about the topic finder in a bit. So let's say I wanted to search for the 1918 pandemic. You'll notice that over 5,000 news articles, over 100 magazines, and a few images and videos come up. But when I look through, I notice that UWire text, US official news, Friday Times of Pakistan, I want to make sure that the articles I'm looking for are in the US. So I'm going to go to advanced search, and I'm going to search 1918 pandemic. I'm going to do them as separate words, and then the New York Times. Oops, I just want the New York Times. And I'm going to make sure the New York Times is my publication title. And now I'm going to search. You'll notice that's narrowed it down to 47 news articles. Not all of them are actually articles. Some are articles, some are obituaries, and some, even more, are editorials. I want to make sure that I'm using an article for my school research. So let's look at the first one, A Pandemic in a Year in a Divided US, Welcome to 1918. You'll notice that my two keywords, 1918 and pandemic, are highlighted throughout the article. I'm going to skim the article just to make sure that this sounds like an article I would want to use. I don't want to waste any time getting to good sources. Looks like a pretty lengthy article. Looks like it has a good amount of times that mention 1918 and pandemic. And at the bottom, you'll notice that there's a citation. I can highlight and right-click and copy this citation. I can paste this right into my annotated bibliography. I don't need to change the formatting. In fact, everything's already italicized and put in quotes and has all the correct punctuation. The only thing I need to make sure I do is put it in alphabetical order by the first letter of the citation. Going back up, I want to show you some other features. You see the author, the date, the publication title, and the publisher. You'll also notice you can translate the article into a variety of different languages. You can change the font size to make it easier to view on your screen. You can listen to the article read aloud to you. You can download it to your Google Drive or even email it to yourself. I'm going to email this to myself, library@citypolyhs.org. Keep this one and send it to myself. Now I'll remember this article and I can go back to it easily. It's all there in my email. There's also another citation button at the top, and then this is where you can change it if you want a different format, but I think we're sticking with MLA 8th edition for now. So let's say I want to go back to my results. I can go back to my results. And if I want to narrow down my subject a little more, I told you we'd talk about Topic Finder. Topic Finder allows me to visualize my topic and look at subtopics. So within the keywords 1918 and pandemic, you'll see that these are the biggest keywords that come up. So I can narrow this down and you'll see that on the right side, it connects the articles. So if I was interested in other influenza epidemics, looks like this is connecting things for the bird flu and the 1918 pandemic. I can narrow it down even more. So within the United States or the Spanish flu, and you'll notice every time I click on a subtopic, the articles on the right side change. So that's just another way, it's called Topic Finder, to view the results if you're a more visual person or if you want to narrow down your topic. So I hope you found some really good tips and tricks to using Gale OneFile. Like I said, these are peer-reviewed articles, so you don't need to worry about whether they're appropriate to use in school, but you do want to read through and make sure they're appropriate for your topic. Again, if you have any questions, you can email me at library@citypolyhs.org, and I'd be happy to help you. Good luck on your project.